What's up, creeps? It's Jason, aka the Pope of Pain. That's right, we're back for another Crypt cut here in our basement. Freezing basement, by the way. And I'm here with JDK. What's up, Jay?
How we doing, buddy? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Man, what a freaking New Year it's been already, huh?
It's been a couple of days.
It's been awesome, man. This is why I love Terror Trader. Okay, New Year's Eve.
Let's go right to New Year's Eve, right?
Dude, it's so rad, man.
This is how we're closing out the year.
Yeah. It's Jay and I at the counter. That's it. We're done. Almost done at the end of the night, right? We get some food. First off, I don't want to dime out the actual company that delivers food, right?
Sure.
It could have been a DoorDash. It could have been an Uber Eats. It could have been a Slice. Something like that, right?
Use your imagination.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're sitting and it was kind of dead because everybody's going out to party, whatever, right?
Sure.
And then here comes the Uber Eats guy. Oh, I just fucking busted it myself. So I'm in DoorDash guy. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. And he walks in, this guy, and he looks, gives you the food, then stops dead in his tracks. And he's like, he looks around the store and he's like, huh? All right. And he goes, I'll be right back.
Right.
And he just leaves. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got to pay him.
Right.
And he walks in with a big vial of weed and gives it right to Justin. He's like, I figured you guys smoke. Here you go. And he's like, $50 an ounce. Best weed in California, Humboldt County.
Yeah, Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year. He walks out. We didn't say a freaking word. We just sat there like, did the fucking
Here we go again.
I try not to dime out. Did the Uber Eats guy just give me weed?
Right, and that's pretty much what he did.
He did.
Well, man, this is some really cool shit.
Yes, this is wild, man. This is another day at Terror Trader, by the way. Oh,
and it doesn't stop there.
Same night, all right? Same night. Last customer of the night, dude.
Last one.
Right? We're wrapped up. This small female, I said petite female, comes in, and she knew exactly what she wanted. She went and grabbed some deer antlers.
Deer antlers, yep.
Or whatever, a deer skull, and brought it up. And then she's like, do you mind if I pay in cash? I'm like, cash is king. I go, any business that doesn't accept cash are idiots, right? I mean, you just must like government overreach and all that. Not that I hide anything, but, anyway, that's a different story. Okay, so we're like, yeah. And then she's like, I got to ask another question. And, and you're talking to her. I was kind of half-assed paying attention. She's like, you mind if I pay in all ones?
Sure. And
I'm like, I look at the bill, dude. It's like $130. And I'm like, why not, right?
Yeah, it says the guy who's not counting the ones.
So Justin, he said there, JK counts out 130 ones. That was a process, by the way.
It was a process, buddy.
And the whole time, dude, I'm biting my tongue. I'm like, Jason, don't say anything stupid. Don't say anything stupid. And then this little devil on my shoulder, right, popped up.
Yeah.
And it was like, you got to say something stupid.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So sure enough, you were about done. You were like taking the last dollar bill.
Yeah, almost done with the marathon. Yeah.
And so I look at her right in her face, right? And I say, so what do you say you do for a living? Her response is the best.
How about the response, though? What do you think I do?
That was it. Oh, my God. She's like, what do you think I do? And I'm like, maybe a banker?
Maybe a banker, yeah.
Wrong.
Maybe a bartender. But the whole time I'm counting, which, by the way, I fucked up like 4 or 5 times, just telling myself, like, ask. Don't ask. Don't ask. But sure as shit, my guy's got me.
Hey, yeah. And you know what? She had a good attitude about it, a good sense of humor, and she walked away with a cool skull.
Enjoy those antlers.
Oh, yeah, whatever the hell it was. So, yeah. So, anyway, we're back. It's 2024 now, and you brought up yesterday, and you're like, dude, what about your New Year's resolutions? And I'm like, I don't really do that, right? I'm like, I'm not that type of guy.
Sure.
I just wasn't, it's not nothing. But you're like, no, horror resolutions. Like, what are you going to change in your horror outlook or whatever for 2024? And I'm like, ooh.
Get you thinking.
I got me thinking.
Right.
I actually had to go home and think about this. So this is not like I just came up top of my head.
Sure.
And you said, give me 3 resolutions.
3 horror resolutions.
Yeah. And this is good because, like I said, for a guy who doesn't do resolutions, I'm going to do some resolutions. I'm going to do it. This is going to be rad, man.
And you've got me excited because I can't even imagine what's going on in your head.
Oh, I got some. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's time to change, right?
Some heat.
It's a new year, new me. I hate that.
Oh, don't you?
Fucking
new year, new me.
I hate that.
Take the mask off, same you.
Yeah, it's the same me. But I will do some extra stuff. I'm going to try some things here this year. And you want me to kick it off?
You want to kick it off? Let's go.
Okay. All right. Kick it off. So, I'm from West Virginia, I'm not saying that, and there's a good education in West Virginia, but I just didn't receive any of that, right? Like I've always said, I've got a PhD, right? Plain high school diploma. And that's pretty lucky I got that, right? Considering, how many times I had to do 6th grade. So I was like thinking, I'm like, you know what? I say I read Dracula last year.
Yeah.
First off, I'm not really. I have it read to me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm an audiobook guy, which is to me same thing.
It's the same thing.
You know, I'm going to count it. Okay.
You listen to Dracula.
Yeah. So I listened to Dracula. So this year I told myself I am going to read a Stephen King novel.
Wow.
Never in my life. Now I've watched a lot of Stephen King movies, obviously, almost all of them, but I've never read a Stephen King novel. Which people are like, "Oh, I read it. I read this, and that," and I'm like, "Man, these things are like this freaking thick."
Yeah, they're like booster chairs, dude. Like, first of all, thank God there's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
So you can accomplish this feat.
Well, and thank God for audible.com
Audible
or whoever's going to read this to me. But
sure.
So I am going to read 1 or 3, and I kind of think which one. So I'm thinking either A, Salem's Lot, because that sounds rad, right?
Sounds good.
B, let's go to Shining, because everybody says Stephen King wrote Shining, but he hated the movie.
Right.
Well, of course he wrote it, but he loved his book, but he hated the movie.
Right.
And I'm like, well, the movie is freaking rad, dude. You know, so maybe I need to read this book. And then I think lastly there's a book called Night Shift.
Ooh.
And it has like a bunch of short stories.
Right.
You know, so which one do I read? Maybe that's where you guys come in right here.
Right.
Throw in the comments, which one of those 3 should I read? Salem's Lot, Night Shift, or what was it? Oh, The Shining.
The Shining. As your co-host, I would say my vote for you.
Yes.
Night Shift sounds a little boring. I don't know if that's the Stephen King book you want to go for.
Yeah.
The Shining, I mean, I've lived it, so I don't know if you really want to watch me. You've already known that's how that story ends. And A sounds great because you got Barlow, you got Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot look. That's what my picks right now, right? But I need you guys to tell me. I'm looking at the camera right now. Tell me below which ones. If those who've read this, tell me which one I'm going to do. But I'm going to read a Stephen King novel. All right, finally, after 50 freaking years. So let's go.
So from Christmas this year, what I want from you is a book report.
Oh, shit.
I want the lowdown.
I'll just cheat like I did in high school. That's fine.
ChatGPT.
Saw the movie. Oh yeah, I can use AI now.
Right. This
is amazing. Yes, you will get a book report, Professor JDK.
Excited.
So, all right. So what's your first resolution?
My first resolution is going to be to watch more Godzilla movies. I want to see every Godzilla movie known to man. As a newfound Godzilla expert.
Wow. Yes.
Thanks, Godzilla -1. Yeah. I'm going on the apology tour right now. So growing up, if there was a kid wearing a Godzilla shirt, he got knocked into the locker for sure. If there was sorry, Ben from Boston.
Ben from Boston.
If there was anybody wearing a Godzilla shirt, if I was in any kind of Newberry Comics and there was a Fangoria, Famous Monsters, and had him on the cover, I was passing. I wanted nothing to do with it. I just thought it was for people who maybe like didn't shower and played Magic the Gathering. It was a really ignorant comment, and I was wrong. I'm here to tell you all I was wrong because now I'm one of you.
You're a Godzilla nerd now.
I'm a Godzilla nerd now.
This is crazy because like he watched Godzilla -1. Wouldn't shut up about it, right? And it's literally you went and watched it a couple times, right?
And now I've since watched all the old school stuff.
Yeah, you start going down. Now you're going like in like the 60s, 70s routes, right? Where like Godzilla's in a rubber suit, right?
Rubber suit. It's so charming, by the way. You sent me that GIF in the text when he's like,
riding his tail.
Riding his tail. It's amazing.
Yes.
I wish I had a friend growing up that was like really.
Let's just pause that.
Let's just pause it. I wish I
had a friend growing up.
I did. But one that could have like just slapped me and was like, dude, shut up. Watch some Godzilla.
Okay, yeah. I've been a Godzilla guy since day one, right?
Yeah,
and I mean, not a diehard. I'm not like wearing T-shirts and stuff, but I like the old rubber suit shit, right?
Yeah,
which is rad. The fact that you're actually now diving into the Godzilla thing. Sorry, give me a little tear. My boy's growing up.
Does it make you want to kind of go through it again too?
Kinda, yeah. So let's hold hands and take this journey together. Or maybe minus the hold hands part, but we can take this journey together.
New me, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like it.
I want to see every Godzilla movie this year. So, again, the comment section, let me know what your favorite Godzilla movies are and where I should start.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
That's amazing. Okay.
Watch more Godzilla.
All right. My next one is, mainstream horror has been just letting me down. I hate to say this, and people are like, what? But, I mean, the major franchises, I think, in horror are getting lame. I'm not going to lie, man. You know, with the Halloweens lately and all that stuff, and the fact that there's no Nightmare on Elm Street, so there's no more Friday the 13th. It's like, you know, and I know these were staples in my life here, right? These were the what I've grew up on. This was put me as a horror fan, you know.
Well, you cut your teeth.
Yeah, but they're just getting stupid and they're getting lame. I'm not even into the screams anymore, and there's political controversy on the screams.
Yeah.
So I've made a decision that I am giving independent horror my full attention.
Oh, nice.
This year. Well, I'm talking YouTube horror. I'm talking the shitty Tubi. I'll say shitty, sorry. Tubi movies, you know? I'm talking all that stuff. Because there's film companies out there that do nothing but make horror, you know? Where, you know, you get like, say, Blumhouse, this and that. They'll do a lot of horror, mainly horror, but then they dive into the bullshit, right? DBS Films, Fear Film Studios. There's a couple of these film studios out there that's all they do. And they make these micro budget films. I'm not talking like, we're still talking like probably $1 million a piece or whatever, $500,000 to $1 million dollars or
still
whatever.
Nice sum of money.
Yeah, and they look good and they're quick, fucking 1 hour stories, and yet I spend my days just going through trying to find old school 80s horror because that's the only thing that makes me happy when I need to be exploring new horror. So guess what? Independent horror will have my full freaking attention here in 2024, right?
I love this. And we kind of ended the year kind of watching some really cool short indie films.
Yes.
Like we watched that one based off like a puppet that was kind of rad.
Yes. Yeah.
I forget what the title was.
I didn't forget the title too. That's the beauty about independent horror. But
you don't need to know.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
But no, I really like this one. Give the little guys a little more
some
shine.
shorts. Now, and there's channels on YouTube that are just rad, right? That will just have, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like when you're out there going, oh, I wish I could watch something. There's something out there I could watch, blah, blah, blah. There's thousands and thousands of kick-ass movies. So, you know what? 2024, fuck them.
You're the indies.
I'm singing their song. I'm reciting their national anthem. We're going independent film, baby.
I love it. All
right, what's your two?
You said something that I'm going to dive into right now. You said Tubi. So one of my resolutions for this year is going to be to watch more Tubi, and not just watch more Tubi. Save money. Who doesn't love to save money?
Yes.
Money is like everybody's favorite language, right?
1,000%.
And if it's not, you're not.
We just talked about the cash, right? The $100, $130 a ones.
Right. That's right.
I need to be
right. And by the way, that's about the amount I would save if I just canceled my Paramount Pluses, my Netflix, my Hulus. Which, by the way, find me a time recently where you've been so stoked on one of these apps for horror. It just hasn't happened.
Thank you for bringing this up.
Even Shudder, by the way, which is a horror directed, pretty much
it's all
direct
horror.
And it's I flip through it all the time, and I'm like, it's the same old shit. And if it is something rad, Tubi has it.
I agree. And Tubi, how they don't charge for that?
Elon.
I mean, I know we got to sit through some commercials, and we've had people come in the store like, "I will not sit through a commercial anymore." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Right.
I go, "What's 30 seconds of your life, right?" I mean, you know what? And it's sometimes it's
Don't even get me started.
in the wrong times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at a big climax, and all of a sudden it's like commercial 1 of 2, and you're like, son of a bitch.
But that is a big pet peeve of mine when people are like, "Oh, but it's got ads." It's like, oh, dude, it's free.
It's free.
What are we complaining about?
Now, look, okay, what do you think you spend in streaming services?
That's just about $130, I bet you.
$130.
I bet you it's somewhere around.
So there you go. Yeah. So you cut it down to Tubi, which if you're listening to Tubi library, and there's another one out there I want to throw out there. If you want even shittier movies, right? And I told you I'm going independent, baby, all year. Dark Matter TV.
Dark Matter.
You ever? Yeah. Where people are like, "What? What is Dark Matter?" I'm telling you right now, Dark Matter has got some wild ones, man. And I'm talking, you're gonna get like some weird Bigfoot. Fucking I don't know. Anyway,
if you guys have ever seen Jason's picks of the week, you'll always know which one the Dark Matter pick is because of the title.
Yeah, but it gets you your 3 Bs, your boobs, blood, and bad acting, and I'm down. So so I'm right with you.
Cancel your subscriptions, save money, download Tubi.
Put that money to Terror Trader. As I come and buy some rad shit. Okay, don't give Netflix your money anymore, man.
No, I'm convinced.
Oh, by the way, someone gave me a gift card to Netflix because I boycotted Netflix because they kicked me off. I was stealing, and so how dare them actually find out I was stealing and kick me off. So I had a gift card, $50 gift card, right? Okay. So I'm like, sweet, and I was like, I'll take the $7.99 plan or whatever. That gives me 6 months almost or whatever. My math's a little shady. I told you about my education. Right. And then we do this gift card. Fuck, there's commercials all over this.
All over.
For $7 a month, I'm still getting commercials. So why not go free for Tubi?
Right.
Great content, right?
Great
less
content.
Crap, yeah. So
and I love Tubi. They know me so well because let's just say I want to watch The Beyond or something, right? As soon as The Beyond wraps up, they're like, oh, Are you interested in City of the Living Dead?
Yes.
Because here it starts. You don't even need to hit a button.
They knew everything about you.
Thank you, Tubi.
Which is awesome. I love it. Yeah. Well, maybe it's not awesome, but I don't care. I'll take it. You know, makes my life easier. So Tubi, yes, streaming services, less of the pay and more of the free. Let's go. Born or free? I don't know. There was a song in this I was going to sing. So born free, free as my streaming services go. Oh, see,
damn, we need to cut that one out.
Yeah, put that one up. Okay.
You're wrapping us up here. This is the third.
My last one. Okay, and this is I'm going deep today, guys. Okay, I'm going deep because this is something I haven't done since I was probably 10 or 11.
Okay.
All right, and is look at a Hustler magazine. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Okay. I used to have to, back before internet, man, we had to get creative. Like I remember around like where I grew up was a little kind of a wooded area.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm going this weird tangent.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. I would have to stash because I couldn't keep it in my house, like, you know, nude magazine, right? Stuff, yeah, the good stuff, right? I mean, I'm not talking Playboys. I'm talking about the good stuff, right? The Hustlers, the Cherry, the stuff that you had to dig out of Grandpa's, Foot Locker, right?
Like
from Vietnam, you know. Or whatever. And I used to have to stash them in plastic bags like around the woods. You know what I'm saying? To get my fix, I guess, you know? So you go and like, but it's kind of cool because you're hiking around the woods. I grew up in the rural West Virginia and you just kind of hike around the woods and, oh, I forgot this little treasure here, January 82. And anyway.
This is like some kind of Evil Dead story.
But basically. Anyway.
You're burying hustlers, not the
we said 11 years old. And that's what, if you want to know what Jason was doing at 11 years old, that's what I was doing. Okay. So but the other thing I was doing, that was a horrible story, by the way. I'm sorry about that. For those who are listening to Youngins.
So much for the new year, new us.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. I have not messed with a Ouija board.
Oh.
And since I was 10 or 11 years old. And there's a reason for this. Okay, I haven't really told the story. I've told it at the counter a few times, but I don't think I've told it online or whatever. Because people come in, they want to. I collect Ouija boards, but they're like, "Hey, let's do a seance. Let's do a Ouija board session." And I'm like, "Nope, not in my place."
You're really against this.
I'm totally against it, and it's because the time I did this, and I had a group of 3 people doing it. Right, it was a Ouija board session. We were kids, man. We didn't know what we were doing. Same thing, out in the woods, right? An old shitty Ouija board, probably a '70s Parker Brothers or something like that. I don't really remember, and I can even remember it was overcast, cloudy, November time frame, so it was a little chilly, and we're out there playing in this thing, right? Fucking weird, right? Nothing major happened, right, during that session, but that night, I had what you guys call like a fever dream or some type of dream where I was picked up. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and this is, like I said, 10, so I'm not a light kid, right?
Sure.
And I'm being picked up. And I look, I'm like in a daze, and I look at who's picked me up, and it was a very shadowy, like raincoat, like, okay, I know what you did last summer look, right?
Right.
Very slanty, your raincoat, but completely blacked out shadow.
So you're not like levitating, you're like,
no,
you're actually being
I
picked
could
up.
feel being picked up. I could feel the arms around my legs, my arm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just held there for, I don't know, a minute maybe? And I'm like, you ever been so scared you're stunned?
Yes.
Okay, that's how I felt. I'm like,
so you're like stoic right now. You can't.
I didn't know what to think. And I'm like, is this my dad? I'm like, my dad ain't going to pick me up, right?
Right.
It ain't my mom. I'm too big for this, right? And they picked me up and then sat me back down in the bed. And then that's all I remember, okay? Next morning, I'm like, what the fuck was that? You know? I go to my dad. I'm like, you come into our room last night? He's like, no.
Yeah.
And, absolutely, He's not, of course not. My mom? She goes, no, she slept the whole time, right? Who picked me up, dude? Levitated me off the bed for 3 to 4 feet for a minute.
And no brothers, right? No brothers are doing.
Well, I asked my brother. They didn't do that. They were sleeping and all that stuff. So I contributed that to the Ouija board. I've never done it, so I'm like, no more, right?
What do you do with the Ouija board then?
Huh?
What do you do with the Ouija board?
Fuck, I wish I knew. Yeah. Actually, I know what to do with it now. At the time, I didn't know how to dispose of it. I think my friend took it or something, so I'm sure he got not disposed. Right. So anyway, what am I? You know what? It's 40 years removed, bro. Right? Yeah. I got to get back on the horse. I got to get back on the horse. I need to either do a seance or I need to do a Ouija board session here at Terror Trader, just to, like I said, get back at it and see what happens.
I feel like what we need to do is in honor of the Witchboard being remade.
Ooh, I love Witchboard.
I feel like that should be like something on the eve of seeing the movie, or even the night.
Okay.
That should be what we do.
I freaking love this. Okay, so we should do this. I'm down. I gotta. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I've said I never would, right? But maybe we'll film it. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Guarantee filming it.
Okay,
we got to.
I don't know who we're going to try to conjure up. I have no idea, but
right.
So
a few people.
We can talk. Oh, maybe we get we can conjure up the ghost of Godzilla.
Oh, there we go.
Right?
Dude.
Wait. That's a dumbass idea.
No, it's not.
No, that's a dumb idea. All right, I've seen what Godzilla does to Tokyo, bro.
It's kaijuju. I kind of like that, dude.
Godzilla can destroy Tokyo in like 3 minutes. What do you think he's going to do to Chandler, Arizona? He's going to destroy this thing.
One print.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe not conjure Godzilla, but we'll figure out somebody's aunt or whatever. And
I'm really liking that kaiju.
So yeah, so that's my third one. I am going to dive back in the world of the occult, do a seance, do a Ouija board session, and probably pay the price. Yes.
On video.
Yes.
Okay, so to wrap mine up then, as I try to process everything that you just stole it. Holy shit, I'm ready for this video. Yeah, I'm vowing to double down, triple down, whatever, on PG-13 horror and why you should all be watching it and enjoying it, okay? One thing that we get a lot here, bear with me, all right? Just
okay.
Let me pitch this to you, okay?
Yeah, please.
The following films, okay? The Conjuring.
Okay.
Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Wow, yeah.
I got a bunch down this list. The Ring, Cloverfield, What Lies Beneath, Tremor. You love you some Tremors, dude. That's your bag, man.
That's PG?
Megan, yeah. All these PG to PG-13. Gremlins. I don't know. Arachnophobia, Eight-Legged Freaks.
I love it. Okay. Man, that's all PG horror.
It's all PG.
At first, I was going to say you're an idiot. This is dumb, right? Let's go. I'll still probably say that. But wow, okay.
There's a lot there, but we watched a lot of stuff. I feel like in the last 2 years that was PG-13 that we were at the counter defending because a lot of people weren't giving it a chance because of it being a PG-13 film, right?
Yeah.
And then we would go see it and we were like, dude, like this is actually really cool. It's got some fun jump scares, a movie like Boogeyman, right? Fun jump scares. But also, if we care about the state of horror, we are always here complaining about the current state of horror. In 10, 20 years from now, there's going to be no horror if people aren't getting in, like the youth right now today is not getting into
I see
these
your point. Yeah,
films,
and you don't want like fucking Disney to lead our youngins in the battle into the horror world, right? You know, we need wow, I guess you're right. I mean, Conjuring for one of the scariest films.
Insidious.
Okay, and these are all PG-13.
PG-13, right. And here's the other thing too, man. Like, right?
I'm not.
A lot of people are probably like, just show your kid Terrify or something. It's like, no, dude, no. Don't be showing your 7-year-old Terrify.
I'm glad you brought that up because I know there's people out there right now. They're like, I just showed my kid Terrifier. What the fuck? Now, you're the lucky ones. And I'm gonna say this: if your kid is still into horror, because a lot of kids, if this is their first chance into horror, and you're showing them something as brutal as that, their mentality is like every horror film is going to be this brutal, and that's for a young kid, that's pretty hard to tolerate. You know what I'm saying? And to dive back into it.
Absolutely, especially with the gore, right? But even if you want to tone it down a notch, the primal Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which again is one of your favorite movies, but like if you see that as a 7, 8-year-old. Maybe the second one would get you there. Yeah. But the first one, I'm not sure if that's the one. You know? If you watch a Halloween, especially in today's day, right? Yeah. If you watch a Halloween 78, I'm not sure if that's doing it for a 7-year. I mean, there's some great kids out there that come into the shop that fall in love with it. But for the most part, it's the killer clowns from outer spaces.
That's where you need to go.
You know what I mean?
Poltergeist is a great one, too.
Poltergeist is phenomenal.
What a gateway drug into horror is.
I can't think of a better movie.
Poltergeist is just, because it's just enough. And you need a little gore, the face rip, you know, but you need some scary shit. Scary clowns, so
I'd argue the Conjuring is like the modern day Poltergeist.
Yeah, I think we do. We do need to wave that flag. We do need to get behind PG horror and keep that going. You know,
who doesn't love Gremlins? I mean, we see so much Gremlins day to day.
I'm the Flasher Gremlin.
Right, so everybody yelling at us
at
too.
10 years old in West Virginia
on your bike.
On my bike,
going into the woods to bury the hustlers. I love it.
I wonder if there's still buried there. By the way, I need to go to treasure hunt.
Your brother just left, right? So I mean.
I don't know what. I don't know what's. I don't want to see those things.
But by the sound of it, dude, this is a big year ahead of us.
2024. We're not messing around.
We're listening to books.
We're listening to books. We're conjuring Godzilla,
Kaijuju, and saving money.
And saving money, which. Who doesn't love that? Okay, so
and possibly going to another dimension.
And not only that, you're saving this money because put all that money in your pocket because guess what? August 24th, 25th, Gathering of the Ghouls is back, part 2.
Part 2, baby.
That's right. We just announced the dates, and you know what? You know how we love keeping them ticket prices down and nice and low, so you guys can have some fun. We've been scouring up some amazing stars to come here and some cool stuff. So yeah, August 24th, 25th. Shameless plug here. Gathering of the Ghouls, 2nd annual, by the way.
2nd annual. Just cancel those subscriptions. Put it aside. There's your tickets for the whole family. By the way,
tickets and probably an autograph or two.
And little Johnny, he's getting in for free anyway.
Kids get in free.
Kids get in free.
Watch your PG-13 horror.
What a fucking W.
Amazing. So, all right, that's it. I feel good.
I feel good.
I feel cleansed. I feel like we can do this, man. 2024. It's our year.
It's gonna be a good year, buddy. This is our year.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. And let us know your resolutions if you got any horror resolutions. I don't care about you losing weight or whatever. Stopping caffeine. That's dumb. Yeah. Indulge, have fun. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, in the comments below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. We're having fun here at our new studio. We're still fixing this up here a little bit and everything, but it's gonna.
You did a great job, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man. I hand laid all the brick. That's a lie. All right, we'll see you next time. More Crypt Cuts.